I never thought I'd be the kind of man to write something like this. But here I am, sitting in the dim glow of my study, the weight of betrayal pressing down on my chest like a stone. My wife, Clara, the woman I vowed to love and cherish for the rest of my life, has shattered everything, and not just with anyone, with my own brother, Ethan. The betrayal is so deep, so personal, that it feels like a knife twisting in my gut every time I think about it. It started subtly, as these things often do. Clara had always been close to Ethan. They shared a bond that I never fully understood, but I never questioned it. He was my brother, after all. We grew up together, shared secrets, dreams, and even the occasional fight. But as adults, life pulled us in different directions. Ethan became the charming, free-spirited bachelor, while I settled into the quiet rhythm of married life. Clara and I had been together for 10 years, and I thought we were happy. I thought we were solid. But then, things began to change. Clara started spending more time with Ethan. At first, it was innocent enough. Coffee dates, movie nights, and the occasional dinner. She'd come home smiling, her eyes bright, and I'd feel a pang of guilt for not being the one to make her that happy. But I trusted her. I trusted both of them. How could I not? They were the two people I loved most in this world. The first red flag came on a rainy Tuesday evening. Clara had gone out with Ethan, something about helping him pick out furniture for his new apartment. I didn't think much of it until she came home late, her hair slightly disheveled, her cheeks flushed. She brushed it off, saying they'd gotten caught in the rain and had to wait it out at a cafe. But there was something in her eyes, a flicker, of guilt maybe, that made my stomach churn. Days turned into weeks, and the signs became harder to ignore. Clara started taking more phone calls in private, her laughter echoing down the hallway as she whispered into the receiver. She'd disappear, for hours at a time, claiming she was running errands or meeting friends. And then there were the texts. I'd catch glimpses of her phone screen, the notifications from Ethan piling up like a dam about to burst. One night, I couldn't take it anymore. Clara had gone to bed early, leaving her phone on the kitchen counter. My hands trembled as I picked it up, my heart pounding in my chest. I knew it was wrong to invade her privacy, but the doubt had become unbearable. I unlocked her phone. Her password was still our anniversary, a cruel irony, and scrolled through her messages with Ethan. What I found shattered me. The texts were filled with longing, with secrets, with promises of a future that didn't include me. They spoke of stolen moments, of kisses in the dark, of a love that had been growing right under my nose. My vision blurred as I read the words, each one cutting deeper than the last. Clara and Ethan had been seeing each other for months, their affair a carefully constructed web of lies and deceit. I felt like the ground had been ripped out from under me. My wife and my brother. The two people I trusted most had betrayed me, in the worst possible way. I wanted to scream, to break something, to confront them both and demand answers. But instead, I sat there in silence, the weight of their betrayal crushing me. The next morning, I confronted Clara. Her face went pale when I showed her the texts, her hands shaking as she tried to explain. She said it was a mistake, that she never meant to hurt me, that she loved me. But the words rang hollow. How could I believe her when every word, every action had been a lie? Ethan was harder to face. He didn't deny it, didn't try to make excuses. He just looked at me with a mixture of guilt and defiance, as if he expected me to understand. But I didn't. I couldn't. The bond we shared as brothers was broken, irreparably so. In the weeks that followed, Clara tried to repair what she had broken. She apologized, begged for forgiveness, promised to do whatever it took to make things right. But the trust was gone, and without trust, there was nothing left to save. We filed for divorce, the once happy life we had built together reduced to ashes. But the story doesn't end there. Just when I thought I had put it all behind me, I discovered something that changed everything. Clara had been planning to leave me long before I found out about the affair. She had been siphoning money from our joint account, slowly and carefully, preparing for a life without me. And Ethan? He was just a pawn in her game, a means to an end. She never loved him. Not really. She was using him, just like she had used me. The realization hit me like a thunderbolt. Clara's infidelity wasn't just about love or passion. It was about control, about power, about ensuring she came out on top. And now, with her plans exposed, she had nowhere to hide. But Clara is nothing if not resourceful. As I sit here, piecing together the fragments of her deception, I can't help but wonder what her next move will be. She's not the kind of woman to go down without a fight, and as much as I want to believe it's over, I know this is just the beginning. The fractured mirror of our lives has been shattered, and the pieces are still falling. But one thing is certain. Clara's web of lies is unraveling. And when it finally collapses, she won't be the only one caught in the wreckage.